Okay.
Okay,
I'm already laughing.
already laughing because we are here to page rage about just for the cameras.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this wonderful book that we just both read.
I don't even know what to call it. Oh my gosh. Okay, set us
So
up with like who are the characters? How did they meet?
we have Graydon and Maple. Graydon is he's football, right?
Yeah,
That's
football
how much
player.
I didn't like it. I can't remember shit. And then we have Maple, who is just a wonderful zookeeper who is obsessed with her flamingos.
Obsessed.
So they're living two separate lives. They don't know each other. Then we get football PR. Graydon has to do things to get like what happened in the beginning that they even needed PR for.
The teams aren't doing well. So like there were three of them, the baseball, the hockey, and the football. Like the teams aren't really doing well, so they want to like boost
their image.
PR and like boost image to like get people to want to come to the games and like get them to do better,
So they
basically.
choose Graydon to be like the face because he's one of
The
the most
face.
like popular players. And
Yes.
they send him OC and
I don't even
that's it. Those
Bennett.
are I don't think does Bennett go? Yeah, Bennett's there. So
Yeah.
they send three players to the zoo to like do kind of like work at the zoo, volunteer at the zoo to boost their image. So Graydon, the main male character, Maple, the main character get set up together and he has to work with her in the flamingos. So that's where we get our first introduction.
That's how we know. Okay. So basically, let's just talk about what we did not like about this book. So, first, I think the name Maple, because I think they chose the name Maple to make her
Wait.
like sweet,
Mhm.
which like I get to an extent, but it just like I it was just too much for me. We're starting
Also,
there.
I don't know why I didn't like Graydon. Like Braden? Yes. Why was Braden? I don't know. It felt
I
odd.
think they also were just trying to, he is like super grumpy. He's honestly an asshole. Like he's
Yeah.
truly a dick, in my opinion. So I just think that like the name kind of, it kind of matched,
Yeah.
I
Like
guess. But
we got
like,
we got Grumpy Sunshine, but we got too much Grumpy and too much Sunshine.
yeah, like there wasn't a good mix. Like he was such a dick and then he like wasn't. But I feel like it was only to her. Like he was still kind of like a grumpy ass to everybody else. Like I don't,
Yeah, to my baby
to
of
OC.
man, he was being an asshole up until the end of the book, and like even that when he was like sleeping on his couch and hanging out with them, and he's just talking shit, man. And I'm like,
Yeah, he
give
was
him a break.
really rude to OC, which we know OC from Vancouver Agitators. I did read that series. So we know OC from there. We know that he's like a lighthearted, funny, super sweet guy. And then like Graydon just shits on him the whole
When you
time.
get that from like the very beginning of Just for the Camera,
Yeah.
you see his like personality shine quick, and he's like a fun character. And usually we get the grumpy with the like kind of dorky, fun-loving. Like we have that in
Yes.
a lot of books, but they typically soften up to them to the point where it's like when it gets towards the end, it's like cute.
Yeah. And
It
it
didn't happen
wasn't,
here. Like he was just mean. He was too mean to him up until the end. Like we
yeah.
didn't even get even the whole Gladdy Daddies, which was like the highlight of the book. Did
Yes.
I
So like
love?
the group chat is the
Yeah.
only thing that saved this book.
Did I
The Gladdy
love the
Daddies.
name? No. Could it have been a little bit better? Yeah. But like the concept of the group text and all the three together was fun. And it was OC. It was OC
Yeah.
making people. That was about it. And so for Graydon to come in and just like be a dick to him, I was like, I
The
know
whole
it's your
time.
book, but like go away.
Yeah.
We
And
don't
then
want
like
you
let's
here.
talk about the flamingos for a hot second because I'm not trying to be rude and like I understand that they're like an endangered species, I think.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of that at play, but like why did it have to be flamingos? Because
Also,
also like why were they talking about how bad they smelled the
okay, that's
entire
what I was gonna say. First off, this was a Maple Flamingo romance for a hot minute. Like she was
Yeah.
obsessed.
No, like the whole way through.
And she had that one flamingo that she was like in love with. But anyway, I think the zookeeper situation wouldn't have turned me off so much if Graydon was working with like a badass animal and we saw him getting in there with like some tigers or something and like being all cool, but I'm like, all
And
you're
again,
talking
I think
about,
that they were trying to like soften him with like choosing a delicate animal, but like there was too much like I understand that the plot was the fact that he was like helping the zoo, but it was
yeah,
way too zoo focused and flamingo focused. Like
yeah.
it
Well, and it was
way too
all
much.
about how much they both stank and
Yeah.
washing dishes.
Yeah, like don't try to like get me into a romance by telling me that you smell like a flamingo and you're washing
Yeah.
dishes
But
that
also,
for
like, they could have
flamingos.
been anything else because even Maple being like a freaking working with alligators or tigers or something would have been cool.
Yeah. So like that just yeah, it wasn't doing it for
I don't
me,
know.
the
I'm just not like,
flamingos.
I don't like birds. So, like,
Yeah, and it was
they were just a
definitely
little like,
like Maple was so in love with these flamingos, okay?
well, and
And
it got
that I think was
dragged
like
into so many other things. Like everything had to be turned to flamingos. Like he's talking about her little pajamas, and it was they said
flamingos. Yeah.
flamingo,
Single and ready to flamingo or
flamingo, yeah.
something.
And then when he paints
Yeah.
the mural, it's all flamingos doing things that they did, and I'm just like,
Yeah, the mural.
first
Oh
off,
my
the
God.
mural. So towards the end, it's basically like a third act breakup, and they're whatever. She's like mad at him. He's trying to earn her back. He goes to the zoo and paints a fucking mural. Like he hardcore paints a flamingo mural. All of that, that just gave me the ick. First off, don't paint. You're a man, don't paint. No, you can paint, but like that was why was he so good
Here's
at
the
having
thing.
her wear
If
it, and why was it
I
never
guess
talked
like if
about?
I try to put myself in Maple's shoes and like I work at the zoo and I'm so obsessed with my flamingos and like the flamingo cage is like kind of ugly. So he's trying to make it like beautiful and trying to like apologize. Like I guess, but like that's just not my vibe. So like I did not like that. Did not like
Also,
that at
where
all.
did he suddenly learn that he was just an artiste?
No, he was an artiste because of his mom. Him
I
and his
know, but
mom
like
paint.
he never painted in the book. It wasn't
That's
like a
not true.
plot.
On Sundays, he would go and paint
Okay.
with his mom.
A fucking finger
But
paint?
that's a
Like it
great
wasn't
bridge to then
a
talk about the mom side
it
plot.
wasn't a whole mural. Also, okay, one thing, painting the flamingos and making it more aesthetic, not painting the flamingos as they are you doing things that you did in your relationship.
Yeah,
You
so
know
like
what
they
I
were eating
mean?
tacos and
Yeah.
like,
Like,
yeah,
how is
it
a
was
flamingo
just
eating tacos going to bring people in? Like, it should have just been like aesthetic with
just
the
like
flamingo.
flamingos.
Yeah.
Like it,
Because
yeah,
now it's too personable, and other people are going to look at that and be like, oh, that's weird. But like to her, it means something.
right. But I guess too, like that's kind of the whole
Yeah,
point.
but
Like
like
it meant
you're
something to
also
her.
in, yes, it is a book, so yes. But in real life, you don't make things so hyper specific to one person when it's in a whole ass.
Yeah.
And
I
with
just think
the
that yes, like the bridge between like reality, I was just like, do I read to escape reality 100%, but at the same time, like let's make this a little more
well,
realistic.
yeah, when it's just like off the wall, it doesn't even
Yeah.
feel
So then let's talk about his mom because I I didn't love the
multiple
mom
things.
side plot.
Yeah.
I feel like okay, first it was too long. We've already said way
Yeah.
too long. Then we've got like this whole romance story, and then randomly we're just thrown into a bunch of like trauma from
Mhm.
like his mom being like in this nursing home unit because she has like I don't even remember what it was like an
She
is
has
it
like
an
dementia, doesn't she? Something along
well,
those
it's
lines.
not dementia. It's I'm trying to think of what it is. I know what it is. Amnesia. She has some
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of form of like amnesia because she was in this like terrible accident, fell off a horse or something,
Yeah.
got in this terrible accident and has amnesia. So she only sometimes remembers who Graydon is. Again, this just kind of came out of freaking nowhere.
Yeah,
Like
we didn't get
we
like we got some backstory later on, but like to all
not enough to make it make sense of why it was in the story.
yeah, I was gonna say to be honest, that whole like mom situation could have been removed from the book and it could have been shorter and it could have been just like a great and a Mabel romance, cute little fun book. But the fact that she tried to go with like some sort of in-depth trauma plot line on the side didn't
Yeah.
work. Like this
And
was
I guess
too lighthearted book to have that in it. They didn't mesh.
And I think that maybe that's why it was so long because like we went a good portion of the story not knowing anything that this mom was
Yeah.
involved in.
But also,
And then like all of a sudden he's pissed at Maple because he had a bad day with his mom.
yeah. And so this is also what pisses me off about that whole situation is he didn't tell her once, okay, back the hell up. They're in a PR relationship. Graydon and Maple. That's where they end up. So why they're
Yeah.
spending so much time together. They're trying to boost each other's image, so they make a joint Instagram page and they're like quote unquote on a in a PR relationship. So she's like spending a lot of time with him. They're out in public together. Whatever, they end up falling in love. We knew that was going to happen. They're in a real relationship, so he's bringing her around his mom at some point, but like the lead up to that, he refuses to tell her about his mom. So like
Hmm.
when he's has a bad day, like you said, he goes to see his mom and she like can't remember him and she like freaks out. The next day he's like in a really bad mood and takes it out on her. And she's like, "What's going on? What's wrong?" And he like will not tell her.
Yeah.
Why? Like,
Why?
why? I understand that that's personal trauma, but like, it's not you. Like, I don't know. Just be like, oh, my mom is sick and like she had a bad day yesterday,
Yeah, like
and
it
like get
and
over
what
it.
he said to her was freaking rude.
Yeah,
Like it was really rude.
yeah. And it's like
Really
you
rude.
don't have to get over the fact of like what happened with your mom. You're allowed to have a bad day, but like just tell
Yeah.
her like, hey, this is something personal with my mom. She's sick. Like, I'm just not having a good day.
Or yeah, if you don't want to tell her about your mom, maybe just be like, "Hey, I'm having a bad day. Like I need some space."
Yeah, but like other people knew, and also like, why are you? She got in an accident. It's not like anything's like that's not
Right.
something to be ashamed of. You know,
I
he's
think it more
acting
so
like
comes
he
from like
can't.
the dad. Like I think that the mom getting in an accident made him and his dad have a really bad relationship, so I
Yeah.
feel like that's what he didn't want to get into. But at the same time, like same rules apply. Like I understand that you're going through that, but we don't need to like make a really shitty comment.
It felt immature because I'm like, okay, if
Very
you're like a
immature.
grown ass adult, you're just gonna tell
Yeah.
somebody like, hey, my mom,
Yeah,
like
this isn't
honest,
like a college
yeah,
like football team. Like no, he's a
no,
grown ass man.
yeah.
Like
Like I feel like it wasn't
act
that
like
big of a
one.
deal to not just say like, oh, my mom isn't like, because they're basically like together at this point. Like
Yeah.
you should be telling her things about his
Yeah.
life. Like, why is he acting like it's such a big deal? Like I get that
Right.
it's obviously a big deal if that happened in real life, but like just saying
Yeah.
my mom was in an accident, I saw her yesterday, I had a bad day, like I'm not in the mood
Right.
to speak and like move
And
on.
then going on the same thing, then once Maple finds out about the mom and they're like officially dating, like out in public, everything, he takes her to see the mom. And of course, like that day, the mom just like totally knows who he is and is able to like have a full on conversation with this girl she's never met.
Well, and start showing her pictures of him as a child
And like explaining the whole life story. And I'm just like,
and having hour-long conversations, like
I just don't think
make
that
that
that's
make
how
sense.
it works. Like,
No.
I know that you have like, she has like lucid days and like non-lucid days, but like,
I feel like
it,
it would
and
have
of
been
course, it
better
was
if
just
he
like
didn't.
that day she had a good day. I guess it's just like the cliche of like everything's working out, and like I hated it. I
Like it would
hated
have
it.
been better if she had a bad day and something happened to me
Yeah,
and then they had to like go from
they
there.
had to work through
Like,
that or something.
yeah. But like
I
also
was
him
like,
being like,
of
this
course.
is the best day of my life. This is the best thing that could have ever happened. And I'm like,
And then he was
next
like,
time you see her, she's not even gonna remember that. So
yeah, well, yeah, and then it was like he was basically like getting a hard on over like his mom and Maple like totally getting along, and I was like, what is going on? Like, what is happening?
well, yeah, because they went at it
Yeah.
after they left.
Okay, and then now let's talk about the bedroom, okay? Because I hated
Uh,
that too.
why was Maple on her knees for him so much?
Why was she on top of him so much too?
Why
He
was she
literally
doing
took
everything
no
so much?
control. He
Why
took
do we
no
have
control.
the grumpiest of all grumps? But also, like, usually we get the grumpy and then, like, they're grumpy enough in the bedroom that it's like, okay. But
Yeah.
we
And
got
like
grumpy
they're
as
willing to
fuck.
like say some dirty things
Yeah.
in the
But we
bedroom.
just got, like, grumpy and then we got, like, oh, please use me. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, he literally either just sat there on the couch or just
Yeah.
laid down in bed and she did all of the work.
And he
All of
even
it.
said a couple times, like, oh, I'm gonna let her take the reins, like, do whatever you
He
want.
said that every time.
Yeah. But I'm just
Every
like, and
time.
I'm here for like use me how you want. Like once. Then
Yeah, like
outside of
one
that, you gotta like
like one
start getting
time.
some control or like but he was nothing. I'm like picturing him just like Okay, take whatever you
Literally,
want.
literally. And even like then I felt like too, so after the whole like he was such a dick to her after the whole mom thing that we just talked about. And then he went to like apologize, but she ended up apologizing to
Oh
him.
my
And then she ended
God.
up giving him a blowjob. And I was like,
I've
wait,
never, okay, I think this is the issue. I dislike Graydon so much that I dislike Maple because of how much she like disrespects herself to like make him
just
happy.
like bends to like
Yeah.
whatever he needs. And like whenever she started apologizing to him, I was like,
Because she was like, oh my gosh, I
why?
should have noticed, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
I
blah.
didn't
How were you
realize.
gonna notice that his mom was sick if he never told you?
Yeah,
Also, regardless of your mother being sick, you don't talk to somebody like that. So, like, that's not something you should have realized. Because
it
even
was
if
so
somebody came to
bad.
me and was like, this happened to my mom, blah, 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 I'm having a bad day, but like, all right, I'm gonna leave you to it, but like, we're gonna round back to this later because like, you still don't talk
Yeah.
to somebody like
And they
that.
never rounded back to it. And then he showed up. Yeah, like she literally then just like apologized for him and then got on her knees. And I was like, hold
But it
on.
was always like, all right, I'm gonna get on my knees and unzip his pants. And I'm like, girl, you only
Yeah.
get so many blowjobs. Like, chill out. Like, let let him do something for you. Like, you don't
Chill
always.
out, make him
It's like
work for it, homegirl.
the second they have a fight, it's like, all right, on my knees. I'll make it better.
It was bad. It was,
It
and
was just the
honestly,
lack
like
of
I
a
guess I'm just upset because like we know Meghan Quinn knows how to write a good book. Like we
yeah,
know because it, Till Summer Do Us Part, top notch.
yeah.
Chef's kiss, no notes. Literally no notes.
I that's what
So
I was hoping this was gonna lean in that direction, and it fell so
I was
flat.
expecting so much more.
And I feel like the next one's gonna fall flat. I'm hoping OC's book because I feel like that has a good dynamic because you know he's getting with the PR lady.
Oh yeah.
So we have this strong, like grumpy, just to the point, like
PR
hardworking, and then we
girl.
have
Yeah.
just the goofiest
The
motherfucker.
carefree, fun, like
Yeah.
he's
So I
totally
feel
gonna
like,
take her out of her comfort
and
zone. Yeah.
we already get them together. We already get like her saying how much of a pain in her ass he is. So like
Yeah.
that's
So
gonna
I
be a
have
fun
high
book,
hopes
I
for that
hope.
as well.
I
I
don't know about Bennett.
also, well, I have high hopes for
Quiet.
Bennett because he's quiet.
Hmm.
It's the quiet ones. It's
Yeah.
always the quiet ones.
Yeah, I feel like Graydon was
Because
obnoxious.
Silas Taters from Vancouver Agitators, he was quiet. Mm.
Yeah, I feel
So
like, yeah, he might surprise us. They typically do. I feel like
Bennett
the
might
thing is
surprise
like
us.
you get somebody like Graydon who you expect to be like, because he's kind of cocky, he's loud, he's out there, he's kind of obnoxious. Like
Yeah.
we get that in a lot of books, but he was just it never toned down to where
He
it.
fell so flat.
Hmm.
Fell flat. It was so disappointing.
Well, and then the whole like them quote unquote breaking up after because she overheard his dad at the party or
Yeah.
whatever, talking about what, trading him or something.
Trading him or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so she went to like go tell him whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I'm bad for you. Like I can't be with you."
Oh, yes. Okay. Him making all these
Yeah,
decisions
and
for
then like
her.
she, this is another part that like frustrated me with the whole power dynamic because I'm like, girl, you are desperate. Like, why are you texting him every single day and he's not responding to you? And she's saying, I love you, I miss you, checking in with him like about her day all the time. Like,
Yeah. And
and
he's
he's not even
literally not
responding.
answering.
Yeah,
Literally did not answer because he made the decision that like Maple couldn't handle the PR in the media.
yeah,
That's not your decision to
weird.
make. She
Yeah.
already told you that she can handle this.
Which we just learned that, a strong female main character can handle the media in another book.
That's right.
But
So I just,
yeah, that
I
whole
think I gave it two
situation,
stars.
I think I did too. It was just so many aspects fell flat. Like, I don't think there was, it sounds rude because I can't write a damn book, but like, I don't think there was a single strong suit for,
No, and that's the thing. I guess like I know Megan Quinn can do better. So I guess I was
yeah.
just like expecting more and I was expecting
Because
better.
even How My Neighbor Stole Christmas was better than this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that book I had like literally no reason to it. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Every second of it.
That's the thing is I feel like those were all just fun. They were short,
Yeah.
they were quick, they were fun.
I think if
This
this
was
one was
long and
shorter, we if
serious.
we didn't get the mom thing, if Graydon could have taken a little bit of control,
Yeah.
it would have totally been
Well,
different.
that's the thing. The spice was like not spicy.
No. She
Even though
can
we
do
got
better.
we got like the mirror scene, which I do like where he was having her like watch in the mirror, but
Yeah.
that was like the highlight.
Yeah. it was, yeah. So, okay, 2 stars. Just for the cameras, I guess I almost want to say like don't recommend. Like,
I mean, yeah, I agree. I feel like
it was just too long, in my opinion, to like waste my time.
no, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like I personally won't tell somebody to read it because
Yeah.
I feel like it's just
I
not
would recommend just for, or I would recommend Till Summer Do Us Part. I
oh
would
Philadelphia
recommend
guy. Oh
The
my
Kane
goodness.
Brothers.
Yeah.
I would recommend Vancouver Agitators. Like I would recommend any of her other ones. Literally almost
Yeah.
any others.
But
Not
the
this
thing is,
one.
I have seen so many people love this book, so I'm like, I hope you don't continue to take him in this direction, girl, because
Yeah.
go back to what you're good at. Like short and sweet, short and
Short and
fun.
sweet and to the point. Like it's to be a fun romance. Like
I
we're
think that's the
not,
thing is we go into her books expecting to like have a good time, not have to think and be
yes. And
serious.
like cracking up. Like I typically literally all of her books make me laugh out loud. And
Yeah,
like a couple of the Gladdy Daddy things like did. They
yeah.
made me chuckle. I like going to her as an author because I know I'll have a good time. And I just did not have a good time while I read this one.
I did not have a good
I
time.
did not have a good
Yeah.
time.
Well, and I think too, like it was just the flamingos. It was just it was too prominent, and for it to be labeled as a sports romance did not make sense.
Yeah, because he did more with the flamingos than what she did with the football team. Like
Yeah, she
that
ran
was the
like a
whole
couple
thing. Like they were
practices.
supposed to like be in this
Oh my
PR
goodness.
Instagram, so it was like she was doing like football things
Mm.
and he was doing things with flamingos, but all we got was the flamingos. Like we literally hardly ever got her doing anything with football.
You know what also pissed me off now that we're talking about that, that I just remembered when she started working out with him, and he was so, what's the word? Like, you're not strong enough. Are you sure you can keep up? Blah, blah, blah. You're just a little girl. She's in
Like
the gym doing shoulder presses with freaking water bottles.
water bottles. Give her some 10-pound weights. Come
Like, we're
on.
not breakable. We're like, just because she's
Yeah, I
a
get well,
girl.
and I guess too, like as a woman that works out, I was like
Yeah.
highly a little bit offended. I was
Well, yeah,
like,
because
don't
he kept
count
saying
her
you can't keep
out.
up.
Or how about you like encourage versus being like, you're not gonna be able to keep up. Why don't you be like, here, let me find a modification for you so that I can help you
But
or
also
teach you
not
how
her
to do
being
this.
a dramatic ass little baby and laying on the floor and being like, oh, I can't move after you lifted water bottles. Like, girl, have a little like self-respect. You're not like, how can you work in a zoo? Like, I'm sure you lift feed and you do things, but you
Yes.
can't do like 10 pounds shoulder
Yeah.
presses. Like, we had to tear you down that much. Like,
Right.
I didn't love that. And like
No,
after the
I didn't love
practice,
that
she
either.
was like just sore and out of it for like weeks. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Mm." Like you're just
Yeah.
making her look incredibly weak, which I didn't like.
Yeah. And
Like I
like you
want a
said, I mean, you
strong,
obviously have to lift things that work. So like let's be so for real
yeah.
right now.
I'm like, you need like a strong, she just wasn't a strong female main character. Like
No.
she was too much of a pushover
Agreed.
in every way imaginable.
And I like whenever it's like some giving it right back banter, and there was not any of that happening, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I feel like their banter wasn't banter. It was almost like him being an asshole and being serious. And she was like,
And her just being like, okay.
so funny. And I was like,
Uh,
girl, no, that was
and
rude.
I guess there too, like that's I even thought like there was lacking of chemistry because of that too.
Yeah.
Like there was no like spark for me. There was no heat. There was
See,
no
I
like
already feel more chemistry between freaking PR lady and OC than I did with Graydon and Maple in the whole entire book.
yeah. And there was like maybe one scene
Yeah.
of them like giving it to each other,
Well,
like
and this was
back and forth.
supposed to be like enemies to lovers. And it just, there
It
was no
wasn't.
like, I don't know, like, I don't, he hated her. She was into him from day
I
one.
guess okay, I guess the only reason she hated him is because he instantly was like making fun of her flamingos. And so
Which,
she was
like,
like pissed.
same. I mean,
Yeah,
probably.
you're gonna have to
You're,
teach people why they're important.
well, and
Not my
okay,
problem.
so you have this like big ass grumpy football player. He's coming in to work with flamingos. You can't expect him to be just like into it right off the bat. Also,
Completely okay with
when
that.
all you do, you won't shut the hell up about these birds. Like, she didn't probably ask, like, did she even talk to him about his life? No, she just like assumed he was this like piece of crap in the media, didn't,
Yeah,
want to
because he
be
didn't like a
there. Like,
flamingo.
yeah. Well, yeah, it was as soon as he's like, I don't care about these birds. She's like, oh my God, like you just
Yeah.
murdered me. Get out of here. I'm like,
So that's why they were enemies.
yeah. Like, and then the whole fundraiser, and then when they're at towards the end, they're at that like gala, whatever, and he starts talking to everybody about the birds, and she's
And
like, "Oh my
she
God, you
was
remembered
like,
all the things that I said about the birds." I was like,
no, she was like literally wet from that. And I
"So
was like,
that's what gets you going. Watching a
that's
man
what
talk
gets you
about
going
flamingos."
because somebody knows how to recite something about birds.
And you know, the second they walked out of there, it was her on her knees. Oh, thank you
Yep,
for talking
yep.
about the birds.
Because he remembered. He remembered.
Uh, why?
Ah, those, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 5 out of 5 will not recommend. Actually, 4 out of 5 will not recommend.
Yeah,
You
I'll
might
be
even
like,
book it.
listen, if you want to go into this because if you like flamingos, if you like somebody that's just gonna like be a pushover, yeah, read it.
Yeah. I
You'll
was
love it.
gonna say,
You'll love it.
I mean, it's kind of cute. We have
Yeah, but
that
then the
going
effing
for it.
flamingos are again on the side. Where's the football? Is there a football on there? I don't think
No,
so.
this is a sports romance, remember?
This is
So
sports
it has
romance.
flamingos on it. Where's the football in the front? It's a sports romance. Can't you
Very good.
tell?
Can't you tell?
It's, yeah, it's a fat ass
Maybe if
book.
the flamingos had helmets on it, I'd be like, yeah,
Well, then that's probably what he did in the damn mural.
totally.
Yeah, I don't know. It should have been like this thick. It would have been cool.
Okay, give it a little more credit. Maybe half, maybe half.
Okay.
But like literally that was a
Quick.
600-page book. It could have been 350 max.
No, yeah, it literally is 577 pages
Yep. No
of
thanks. Moving on.
bullshit. So
Bye.
that's that. Peace out. Meghan Quinn, don't let us down with your 2 new releases.
Oh, we have so much hope.
We're
So
going to
much
send
hope.
this to you directly so you're aware of what to not put in your next book. Please and thank you.
Just know that we love you. We truly love you. And we
Just
were
not,
just a little bit disappointed.
just not this book.
Just not this book.
All right.
Ah.
Peace out, homies. See you on the next one. That's on a good one, though. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
excited for the next one, though. Okay.
So,
So we
I
can,
can't wait to
we
talk
can
about
cut
it.
it there.
Yeah. I literally have to pee again. I think it's
Okay.
because I literally already drank like one of these at the gym and I then had my coffee. So I'm gonna go pee and get my book and then
Okay.
I'll just click on the link.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Oh, I gotta stop recording.